Hey guys, it's Connor Kakona here, and welcome back to what, well, I guess not back, maybe you're new or whatever, but welcome to what is hopefully going to be a new series that I'm going to be calling The Hunt for the Worst. So, I've gotten more and more into anime figure collecting. I mean, I'm sure you see some of the figures on my shelves, if you watched my video all about, my manga collection, all that kind of stuff. You'd see all the different figures I have throughout the shelf. I'm getting more and more into it. I have like more stuff planned with anime figures because I'm really liking it a lot. But I kind of sat down and I was like, I see so many videos talking about like, man, like what are the best figures out there? All that kind of stuff. But I don't see nearly as many going, what are the worst figures? And of course, you have two different categories of worst for the most part. You have the worst, like, official figures, the ones made by a company, sold by that company, like an official company with an official license that look like dog water, right? But then you have the ones on the other end that are like, not official, like Chinese knockoff garbage, bulk made kind of stuff. And I was like, what if I kind of start making videos about those two topics, right? So for the first one, we're gonna be looking more at those Chinese bulk knockoff ones. So I have a figure that I already had to open, unfortunately, out of the box, just because it was from Mercari and I needed to rate the seller to make sure what it was. Of course, I was looking for something low quality. I just needed to make sure that the item didn't come broken or anything like that. But then I have this lovely one right here, which I don't know if you can kind of hear, I think a piece broke off, which is like mildly concerning. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and hop right into opening the box. So we got the box right here, and we will go ahead and just knife it. Hopefully I did a good job this time of blowing out the address, because I had a couple of things in like my huge 130 manga haul, my most viewed video, where I got a couple comments saying, hey, I can read your address, and I literally would go to the timestamps that they said, and I could not figure it out. So I'm doing everything I can in this time to avoid that. Hopefully the sound of me opening this box is not drowning out everything. Okay, and there's bubble wrap, so I'm gonna just kind of fast forward through me opening all this bubble wrap. Okay, and so the loose thing was actually a little like thank you card, which is kind of nice because it means the figure's not broken. But then as for the figure, if I can get it into its little stand, which holy shit, can't really get it into the stand much. I'll show you why. Sorry, you might hear my cat playing with the box, but it's one that might look a little bit familiar, because if we look back here, I have the official one, which that's kind of why I figured this would be a great one to include, is because we can directly compare side by side these ones. So you can kind of see this small one, the base is just a simple plain white base. There's nothing special about it. Two, the pegs on the bottom do not line up for the knockoff figure, actually. I literally, like, even stretching her leg to a point where it feels like it's like close to breaking off, it will not, it'll not lock in. So great job on their part, and trust me, it's definitely right, because if you can kind of see here, hopefully I am like editing this all right, this has a 2 and a 1, so it's not a matter of I'm putting like the wrong leg or anything. It's just a matter of the base is literally poorly made. The pose, for the most part, is pretty much the same, and surprisingly enough, there's actually like, I think like the sweater on the fake one kind of has more detail, or at least it's just a lot more noticeable on that level of detail. But the colors on the official one are definitely a little bit different. The jacket is definitely like a lot more kind of light colored versus the fake one. The hair is a much higher quality than the fake one. The fake one's hair kind of looks dog water. And on top of that, if you look at the face, the real one, when you look at it, it's like, that's definitely Mei Sakurajima, right? The fake one, when you look at it, I'm like, okay, that's just a generic anime protagonist. There's just something about that face that does not look nearly as Mei Sakurajima. But yeah, the tights, again, are just a different color, and then when you look at the foot's angled slightly differently. But besides that, I mean, they're obviously based off the same thing. Also, her hair accessories, looking at it now, the fake one has just like gray/white hair accessories, versus the official one uses the proper color of the pink accessories for it. And also, when you begin to look at the bunny ears on the real one are far more glossy than the matte color. Like the bunny ears are a notably different color than the hair, versus on the fake one, the bunny ears are pretty much just the exact same color as the hair. But yeah, that's ones that I have directly compared to it. But fret not, there was not just one fake Mei Sakurajima figure in this video, but 2 fake Mei Sakurajima figures in this video. Here we have the Mei Sakurajima bunny figure, which I don't have this figure yet. It is a figure that's been released, but they did a re-release of it, and I bought it through the Crunchyroll store. So it's supposed to arrive in August, so sadly I don't have it to directly compare to it. But when I saw this on Mercari, I was like, wow, this looks quite bad. So I still wanted to buy it. So when we begin to look at this figure, we do notice one improvement compared to our other fake one, and that is the fact that the bunny ears are actually a different color than the hair is. The hair is like a definite like black color, while the bunny ears are a bit more on the lighter side. Her hair has more detail, but it's still like the same like crappy kind of plastic, and it just looks all over the place. Like it does not flow very naturally looking. It is a figure, like a bigger figure, barely, than the other one, because I think this one's based off of an actual scale figure, versus the other figure is just based off something akin to like a little pop-up prize figure. The tights have like no detail on them. I do believe the official figure, if I'm not mistaken, does have like the actual like texture on the tights, versus these are just a flat like gray color. But this one is not as bad. It still has that same kind of like face that just doesn't quite look right. Like it just doesn't have that same quality. The nose looks really sharp on the face. I don't know why. Like the nose just bothers me. Like she looks like a Who. Not Who. What is the people from the Grinch? They're not the Who. Maybe it is. I don't quite remember. But then also whenever you look down to the heels, you'll notice that the like what should be the gap on the heels is actually just filled in, so that way it's easier to stand the figure. Also another positive compared to the other one is the legs and the feet actually line up with the base, compared to the fact the other one did not. So this one definitely is a higher quality of fake figure in my opinion. I think it did cost me right around the same. The one with her in her school uniform cost me $15 plus $10 shipping. I believe this one cost me right around $30 after tax and shipping on Mercari. This wasn't bought from a Chinese wholesaler. This was bought from someone reselling it on Mercari, which might have been the reason that it was that price. But either way, we have 2 absolutely ugly ass figures. So yeah, that is the Mei Sakurajima episode. So, make sure down in the comments, let me know which of the 2 figures you thought were the worst looking. I would definitely say this one right here looks worse in my opinion. The fact that they couldn't even line the base up right, and maybe because we had the actual official figure right here to be comparing everything to, it just made all the issues stand out. You also notice she's kind of doing like a Michael Jackson type lean, because only one of the feet are lined up and it doesn't stay in there very well. So yeah, that's everything for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.